Okay, looks like we're live now. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitanjena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Dipa Sindhu Bhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaura Namaha. So we are continuing this morning with our hearing of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yesterday we heard of the wonderful meeting between Mahaprabhu and Sriyukta Damodar Goswami. And Mahaprabhu has returned to Puri Dham, Jagannath Puri, after some years in South India. And so all the Vaishnavas are gathering to meet him, and Mahaprabhu is embracing and greeting all of them. Okay, so we'll continue. Otobe Sadup Koilo Nitayar Charana Vandan Nityananda Prabhu Koilo Prema Lingan. Sriyukta Damodar then worshipped the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu in turn embraced him in the ecstasy of love. Jagadananda Mukunda Shankar Sarvabhoma Sava Sanghe Jata Jogja Kodilo Milana. After worshipping Nityananda Prabhu, Sriyukta Damodar met Jagadananda, Mukunda, Shankar, and Sarvabhoma, as was befitting. Wait, hang on now. Sriyukta Damodar also offered his worshipful prayers at the lotus feet of Paramananda Puri, who in return embraced him in ecstatic love. Mahaprabhu dilotade nibrite vasagur jaladi padi charjalagi diloe kinkar. Mahaprabhu then gave Sriyukta Damodar residence in a solitary place and ordered a servant to serve him with a supply of water and other necessities. Adodin Sarvabhomadi Bhakta Sanghe Bosyachen Mahaprabhu Krishna Katarange. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat with all the devotees headed by Sarvabhoma, and they discussed the pastimes of Krishna. Heno Kale Govinde Jai Shri Gurudev. A beautiful garland from Mahaprabhu. Adadin Sarvabhomadi Bhakta Sanghe Bosyachen Mahaprabhu Krishna Katarange. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat with all the devotees headed by Sarvabhoma, and they discussed the pastimes of Krishna. At that time, Govinda appeared on the scene, offered his respectful obeisances, and spoke submissively. Ishwar Purir Britya Govinda Moranam Puri Gosayir Agyayainu Tomadastan. I am the servant of Ishwar Puri. My name is Govinda, and following the orders of my spiritual master, I have come here. Siddha Prapti Kale Gosai Agya Koilo More Krishna Chaitanya Nikate Rohi Seviho Tahade. Just before his departure from this mortal world to attain the highest perfection, Ishwar Puri told me that I should go to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and render service unto him. Kashishvara Siben Sab Tirtha Dekiya Prabhu Agyai Muyainu Tomapa Dedaya. Kashishvar will also come here after visiting all the holy places. However, following the orders of my spiritual master, I have hastily come to be present at your lotus feet. Gosai Kohilo Purishvar Vatsalya Kore More Kripa Kori Mortai Pataila Tomade. Mahaprabhu replied, my spiritual master, Ishwar Puri, always favors me with paternal affection. Therefore, out of his causeless mercy, he has sent you here. Etta Shuni Sarvabhoma Prabode Puchilo Puri Gosai Shudra Sevak Kahe Toda Kilo. After hearing this, Sarvabhauma asked Mahaprabhu, why did Ishvara Puri keep a servant who comes from a Shudra family? So, Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, he explains in this purport that there are all these customs in Vedic India, and so normally someone of a lower caste would not associate with someone with a higher caste, and vice versa. To the extent that even we've heard more commonly that a person of a lower caste, they will not give initiation to persons of higher caste, but it also works the other way around, that a person of a Brahminical caste, they are not supposed to give initiation to persons of a lower caste. So therefore Sarvabhauma is asking this question, why did your guru, this devotee Govinda, he comes from a lower caste, he's a Shudra, so how is it possible that your guru Ishvara Puri, who was a Brahmin, could accept him as a personal servant? There's also, we remember that story of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This is 500 years ago, but even now I don't know exactly what is the situation in India. I expect all these customs are not, observed as much as they were. But even in the time of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, there was, quite strict observance of such things. And there's that incident we've heard of from Srila Gurudev, when Srila Saraswati Thakur had a servant who was a lady, and she came from a lower caste, and she came, and there was one occasion Saraswati Thakur was meeting with one Mayavadi, because many people would come to debate with Saraswati Thakur. They heard of him as a great scholar, and so many persons came to debate with him. Or simply have some philosophical discussion, friendly discussion. And so there was one occasion when Saraswati Thakur was discussing with one Mayavadi, and at that time this lady, she came and delivered, it was lunchtime, she delivered the prasadam for Saraswati Thakur, and she left it on a table, and she said, "Oh, Prabhupada, your prasadam is here." And then that Mayavadi was very surprised, because he thought, how can you accept prasadam that's been touched by someone of a lower caste? So he asked Saraswati Thakur, this lady, she's your servant? Yes, and she has touched that prasadam, and you're going to eat it? And Saraswati Thakur said, yes. And because, all of these things, they are not important in Vaishnavism. These are all external considerations. So that Mayavadi, he was very surprised by this, and then Saraswati Thakur told him, she is a Vaishnav. I'm not considering, what caste she is. She is a Vaishnav. So I will happily take whatever she gives. And then he said, and also, it is Mahaprasad. So in any case, that Mahaprasad cannot be contaminated. And then he told him, even if you, a Mayavadi, gave it to me, I would still have to take it. She's just so wonderful. Because, he's thinking, oh, I'm so superior and she's so inferior to me. But Saraswati Thakur completely flipped it around. Actually, she's much superior to you. But even so, I would have to take it even if you gave it. So anyhow, Sarvabhauma is puzzled on this point. Why did your Guru Ishwar Puri keep the servant Govinda? Prabhu ko Ishwar hoy parama swatantra Ishwar der kripa nahe Veda paratantra. Mahaprabhu said, both the Supreme Personality of Godhead and my spiritual master Ishwar Puri are completely independent. Therefore, neither the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead nor that of Ishwar Puri is subject to any Vedic rules and regulations. You want to put a limit on their mercy, but they are not bound by these lower limited considerations. They are independent. Their mercy is free and independent. Ishwarer kripa jati kuladina mane vidoder gode Krishna korila bhojane. The mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not restricted to the jurisdiction of caste and creed. Vidura was a Shudra, yet Krishna accepted lunch at his home. Sneha lesha pikamatra Shri Krishna kripar Sneha vasha hoya kode swatantra achar. Lord Krishna's mercy is dependent only on affection. Being obliged only by affection, Lord Krishna acts very independently. Marjara hoite koti sukha sneha charane paramananda hoijar nam shavane. In conclusion, dealings in affection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead bring happiness many millions of times greater than dealings with Him in awe and veneration. Simply by hearing the holy name of the Lord, the devotee is merged in transcendental bliss. Etaboli govindere koilo alingan, Govinda kodilo prabhur charana vandan. After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Govinda, and Govinda in turn offered his respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet. Prabhu kohe bhatta charja koroho vichar, Guru ra kinkar hoy manye se hamar. Mahaprabhu then continued speaking to Sarvabhauma. Consider this point. The servant of the spiritual master is always respectable for me. Taharapan seva kodaite na jujai, gu agya diachen ki kodi upai. As such, it is not befitting that the Guru's servant should engage in my personal service. Yet my spiritual master has given this order. What shall I do? So it's a very, very, interesting exchange. Very nice point is being made here. That, from a material consideration, Govinda is inferior, right? Because he comes from a lower caste. So Sarvabhauma, he's asking, why did your Guru even allow him to be his personal servant? Because he comes from a lower caste. But Mahaprabhu is not seeing things in a material way at all. He's seeing things in a purely spiritual way. And so Mahaprabhu's point is from a completely different angle. Mahaprabhu's, rather than thinking Govinda is inferior, Mahaprabhu is thinking he's superior to me because he's my Guru's personal servant. So Mahaprabhu is saying, Mahaprabhu is feeling like I'm not qualified to have him serve me, because he's superior to me in one sense. He is the servant of my Guru. How can I accept him as my servant? There's some shyness there. So Govinda has come here saying that, Ishwar Puri, he's left the world and he ordered me after he leaves, to come here and to serve you. And so Govinda is telling Mahaprabhu, I'm here to serve you. But Mahaprabhu is feeling some shyness. How can I accept you as my personal servant? So he's asking the devotees present, what should I do about this?
Because Isvarapuri left.
Yeah, he left the world, yeah. So two of them, Govinda and another one, Kashishwar, he gave them that order. But Kashishwar is first gone on pilgrimage, and then he's coming, but Govinda came directly. And so Mahaprabhu was saying, it is not proper that the servant of my Guru should serve me, but at the same time, my Guru gave this order. So what should I do? Patako he Gurur Agya hoy malavan Guru agya nalangiye shastra praman. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, the order of the spiritual master is very strong and cannot be disobeyed. That is the injunction of the Shastra, the revealed scriptures. And now he's quoting from the Raghu Vamsha. Sa shushuvan matadi bhargavena pitor niyogat prahitam dvishadvat pratyagrihit agraja shasanam tad agya gurunam yavi charaniya. Being ordered by his father, Parashuram killed his mother, Renuka, just as if she were an enemy. When Lakshman, the younger brother of Lord Ramachandra, heard of this, he immediately engaged himself in the service of his elder brother and accepted his orders. The order of the spiritual master must be obeyed without consideration. And, in the Vedic culture, the father or the elder brother, or elders in general, they're considered to be like guru. So these examples, this is a very extreme example. I don't remember the exact circumstances, but Parashuram, he's an avatar of the Lord, and I can't remember the details of the incident, but for some particular reason, his father ordered his son, Parashuram, to kill his mother. So even though it was such a horrible thing to do, because that was the order of his guru, then he did it without questioning. So, the example is given to show one must have unflinching faith. And then Lakshman, this is in some description of the Ram Leela. And so Lakshman, hearing this, then he immediately accepted the service and wish of his elder brother. And then there's another quotation from this Raghu Vamsha, Ramachandra speaking to Sita. Nirvi chadam gururagya maya karya mahatmana shreyo hevam bhavatyascha mama chaiva visheshataha. The order of a great personality like a father must be executed without consideration, because there is good fortune in such an order for both of us. In particular, there is good fortune for me. And I can just add, in this line that was quoted, this first verse, this last line is well known. Agya gurunam hyavi charaniya, saying that the order of the guru must be followed immediately, without hesitation, without consideration. One must follow the order of guru. And Gurudev, he told how, I think it was a lawyer who was working on Srila Sridhar Maharaj's will, that, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he made the declaration he wanted Srila Gurudev to be his successor. And Gurudev, as we know, he was resisting that for 30 years. He really did not want that position. And at one time, Gurudev actually spoke with this lawyer and told him, I know I'm not qualified, I don't feel qualified to take this role. What am I supposed to do? Guru Maharaj is asking me to do it, but I don't want to do it, I don't feel I can do it, I'm not qualified, so what should I do? And Gurudev said that he told him, I don't remember if it was exactly the lawyer who was working on the will, but it was some like respectable person who wasn't exactly a devotee, but like some type of advisor, to Srila Sridhar Maharaj and the devotees. And Gurudev said that he told him, yes, I know that you are not qualified. But then he quoted this line. He said, however, you must follow the order of your spiritual master. Okay. Tabe Mahaprabhu tade koilo angikar, apan shiyanga sevai dilo adhikar. After Sarvabhauma said this, so Mahaprabhu was saying, how can I accept him as my servant? I don't feel qualified. And you could discuss that, forever. But Sarvabhauma is giving this like fundamental understanding, which just cuts everything else away. The main point here is your guru has ordered this, and you have to follow your guru. All the other discussion has to go out the window. So after Sarvabhauma said this, then Mahaprabhu embraced Govinda and engaged him in the service of his personal body. So he accepted his service. Prabhu Priya Britya. But it's so beautiful to see, it's so instructive, like how, what caution Mahaprabhu has. He's not eager to take that, to accept service from someone else. He's not eager to accept honor. There's caution. There's shyness, there's hesitation. So it's very, very instructive. It is not, it is unhealthy if one is eager to accept such a position or such service from others. So this example is here that Mahaprabhu is only accepting this out of service to his spiritual master, because my Guru Maharaj wanted this, and so I must accept it. Prabhu Priya Britya Kodi Sobe Kore Man Saka Vaishnaver Govinda Kore Samadan. Everyone respected Govinda as the dearest servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Govinda served all the Vaishnavas and saw to their needs. Chotta Boro Kirtaniya Dui Haridas Ramainandai Rohe Govindera Pash. Both Haridas Senior and Haridas Junior, who were musicians, they were kirtaniyas, as well as Ramai and Nanda used to stay with Govinda. Govindera Sange Kode Prabhur Sevan, Govinder Bhagya Sima Najai Varnan. They all remained with Govinda to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, no one could estimate the good fortune of Govinda. Adodine Mukunda Dat Kohe Prabhur Stane Brahmananda Bharati Aila Tomar Darshane. The next day, Mukunda Dat informed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Brahmananda Bharati has come to see you. So Brahmananda Bharati, he's a sannyasi, and I believe he's a godbrother of Ishwar Puri. So Mahaprabhu treats him as his Guru Varga. There's a like Paramananda Puri also. Paramananda Puri, Brahmananda Bharati, maybe one or two others. They were, always treated with great respect by Mahaprabhu. Mukunda Dat then asked the Lord, should I bring him here? Mahaprabhu said, Brahmananda Bharati is like my spiritual master. It is better that I go to him. Eta boli Mahaprabhu Bhakta Gana Sange. And again, it's just so beautiful, Mahaprabhu's humility, it's very instructive. He, very carefully observing, all of these, sensitive points of social etiquette. So, he's my senior, in a social sense, so I will go to him. Don't bring him here. So after saying this, Mahaprabhu and his devotees came into the presence of Brahmananda Bharati. Brahmananda Padiyache Mriga Charmambar Tahadeki Prabhuduka Paila Antar. When Mahaprabhu and his devotees approached him, they saw that he was covered with a deer skin. Seeing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very unhappy. Okay, well, it's saying that, okay, so he's not I was thinking he was a disciple of Madhavendra Puri, but he's not, because in the purport it's saying he took sannyas in the Shankar Sampradaya, Mayavadi Sampradaya. And he's explaining, it is customary for a person who has renounced the world to cover his body with a deer skin or the bark of a tree. This is enjoined by the Manu Samhita. But if a sannyasi who has renounced the world simply wears a deer skin and does not spiritually advance, he is bewildered by false prestige. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not like to see Brahmananda Bharati wearing a deer skin. So Mahaprabhu is seeing it as like an external display of renunciation. Oh, I'm so renounced, I'm just wearing a deer skin. So Mahaprabhu is not happy about this. It is like he's making some show of being very renounced. Dekia to chadma koilo jeno deke nai mukunde de puche kaha bharati gosai. Seeing Brahmananda Bharati wearing the deer skin, Mahaprabhu pretended not to see him. So very diplomatic, because Brahmananda Bharati is his senior. So Mahaprabhu doesn't want to cross over the proper etiquette by chastising him. He doesn't want to do that, dishonoring him. So instead he's just pretending he doesn't see him. Instead he asked Mukunda, "Where is Brahmananda Bharati, my spiritual master?" Mukunda Dutt replied, "Here is Brahmananda Bharati in your presence." The Lord replied, "You are incorrect. This is not Brahmananda Bharati." Anyare anyakoho nahi tomar gyan Bharati gosai kene paribenacham. You must be talking of someone else, for this is surely not Brahmananda Bharati. You simply have no knowledge. Why should Brahmananda Bharati wear a deer skin? Shuni Brahmananda kore hridoye vichare mor charmambarena mai hare. When Brahmananda Bharati heard this, he thought, my deer skin is not approved by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Mahaprabhu's indirectly telling him, this is not acceptable. And he's, taking that, very humbly. Balokohin charmambar dambalagi pari charmambar paridane samsanatari. Thus admitting his mistake, Brahmananda Bharati thought, he spoke well. I put on this deer skin only for prestige. I cannot cross over the ocean of Nessian simply by wearing a deer skin. Aji hoite na paribo e charmambar Prabhu bahir vasanaila janiya antar. From today on, I shall not wear this deer skin. As soon as Brahmananda Bharati decided this, Mahaprabhu, understanding his mind, immediately sent for the robes of a sannyasi. Charmambar chadi Brahmananda padilo vasan Prabhuasi koilotar charana vandam. As soon as Brahmananda Bharati gave up his deer skin and covered himself with sannyasi robes, Mahaprabhu came and offered his respects at his lotus feet. Bharati kohe tomar acha lok shikaite punana kodibenati boipaya chitte. Brahmananda Bharati said, you instruct the general populace by your behavior. I will not do anything against your wishes. Otherwise, you will not offer me respects, but will neglect me. I am afraid of this. Sampratikadui Brahma iha chalachal, Jagannatha Brahma tumito sachal. At the present moment, I see two Brahmans. One Brahman is Lord Jagannath, who does not move, and the other Brahman, who is moving, is you. Lord Jagannath is the Archa Vigraha, the worshipable deity, and it is he who is the non-moving Brahman. But you are Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and you are moving here and there. The two of you are the same Brahman, master of the material nature, but you are playing two parts, one moving and one not moving. In this way, two Brahmans are now residing at Jagannath Puri, Purushottam. So he's offering this as a compliment, as praise of Mahaprabhu, that you are the Supreme Lord. Jagannath is here in one form, and you are here in another form, moving and non-moving. Tumi Gaur Varna Teho Shamala Varna, Dui Brahme Koilo Sab Jagat Tarana. Of the two Brahmans, you are fair-complexioned, and the other, Lord Jagannath, is blackish. Both of you are delivering the whole world. Prabhu kohe satya kohi tomaragamane, Dui Brahma prakatilo Shri Purushottame. Mahaprabhu said, actually, to tell you the truth, due to your presence here, there are now two Brahmans at Jagannath Puri. Brahmanandanam tumi Gaur Brahma chalo, Shamavarna Jagannath bosiyachena chala. Both Brahmananda and Gaura Hari are moving, whereas the blackish Lord Jagannath is sitting tight and immobile. Purport. Brahmananda Bharati wanted to prove that there is no difference between the Supreme Lord and the Jiva, whereas, Mahaprabhu is more like Mahaprabhu is taking it in that way. Like you're trying to say, because Mahaprabhu is thinking of himself as a jiva. So Mahaprabhu is taking the approach that like you're saying there's no difference between the Supreme Lord and a jiva. But anyhow, Brahmananda Bharati wanted to prove that there is no difference between the Supreme Lord and the jiva, whereas Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to prove that he and Brahmananda Bharati were jivas, and that although the jivas are Brahman, they are many, but the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Brahman, is one. On the other hand, Brahmananda Bharati also wanted to prove that Jagannath and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are one, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but that to fulfill his mission, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to be moving, whereas Lord Jagannath appeared to be inert. Thus this jolly argument is going on. Finally, Brahmananda Bharati referred the whole matter to Sarvabhauma for a final decision. Bharati kohe Sarvabhauma madhyasta hoya ihar sane amarnyai bhujama nidiya. See, it's just confusing because the translation's a little confusing. Because he's saying, because you see, there's like a play on words here, because Brahmananda Bharati, right, he has the name Brahman in him, right? So Mahaprabhu is saying like your name is Brahman, you're Brahmananda. So Mahaprabhu is saying that you and I, we are moving and we are jivas, and the Supreme Lord Jagannath, he is not moving. I'm not completely following because it's quite technical, but some idea. Okay, I think I'm getting it more now. Brahmananda is saying there are two Brahmans, as in you are one Brahman and the other Brahman is Lord Jagannath. And Mahaprabhu is saying, actually, because of you there are two Brahmans, because you are one Brahman, you are Brahmananda. And you are the moving Brahman. And Jagannath, he is the non-moving Brahman, the Supreme Lord. But you and I, we are jivas. No, I'm not getting it all. It's a little confusing. Yeah, it's just the translation isn't so clear. Gaur, he's saying, Mahaprabhu, that like we are sparks of Brahman. Because he's saying, you are Brahmananda and I am Gaur Brahma. In the sense that we are finite. We are like the jiva is a spark of the Lord. Anyhow, it's a little unclear. But anyhow, we can continue. It's a little, technical. Vyapya vyapaka bhave jiva brahme jani jiva vyapya brahma vyapak shastrite vakani. Brahmananda Bharati continued, the living entity is localized, whereas the Supreme Brahman is all-pervading. That is the verdict of the revealed scriptures. Charma guchaya koilo amade shodan dohar vyapya vyapakatve heto kadan. Mahaprabhu purified me by taking away my deerskin. This is proof that he is all-pervasive and all-powerful, and that I am subordinate to him. Purport. Brahmananda Bharati herein asserts that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Brahman, and that he is the subordinate Brahman. This is confirmed in the Vedas. Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Brahman or Para Brahman, the chief of all living entities. Both the Supreme Brahman, or the personality of Godhead, and the living entities are persons. But the Supreme Brahman is the predominator, whereas the living entities are predominated. Now we have a quotation from the Vishnu Sahasranam of Mahabharata. Suvarna Varna Hemango. So here Brahmananda Bharati is trying to prove that Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. So he's quoting this famous verse from Mahabharata, describing the characteristics of this avatar of the Lord. Suvarna Varno Hemango Varangas Chandanangadi Sanyasa Krikshama Shanto Nishta Shanti Parayana. His bodily hue is golden, and his whole body is like molten gold. Every part of his body is very beautifully constructed and smeared with sandalwood pulp. Accepting the renounced order, the Lord is always equipoised. He is firmly fixed in his mission of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, and he is firmly situated in his dualistic conclusion and in his peace. So this is one of the famous verses which is used to prove Mahaprabhu's divinity. It is in this Vishnu Sahasranam Stotra, this famous part of Mahabharata, which is describing different ways in which the Lord appears, different expressions of the Lord. And so this description, it cannot be of anyone other than Mahaprabhu. Esab nameriha hoy nijaspat chandanakta pashador shibuje angad. All the symptoms mentioned in the verse from the Vishnu Sahasranam Stotra are visible in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His arms are decorated with sandalwood pulp and the thread received from the Sri Jagannath deity, and these are his ornamental bangles. Bhattacharya kohe bharati dekhi tomar jai Prabhu kohe jai koho se satya hoy. After hearing this, Sarvabhauma rendered his judgment, saying, Brahmananda Bharati, I see that you are victorious. Mahaprabhu immediately said, I accept whatever Brahmananda Bharati has said. It is quite all right with me. Guru Shishya Naya Satya Shishya Parajai Parati Ko He Hona He Anya He Tu Hoy. Mahaprabhu thus posed himself as a disciple and accepted Brahmananda Bharati as his spiritual master. He then said, the disciple is certainly defeated in an argument with the spiritual master. So Mahaprabhu is, taking a very clever position. Brahmananda Bharati is saying, you are the Supreme Lord. And Mahaprabhu is saying, well, you are my guru, so therefore I have to accept whatever you say. So Mahaprabhu is saying, he's like cleverly putting Brahmananda in the superior position. I'm your disciple, so naturally if there's an argument between the guru and disciple, there's a debate, then the guru must be victorious. So therefore, what you've said, I accept.
Wasn't Brahmananda coming from a different line?
I mean, Mahaprabhu himself took initiation in a Mayavad line, so there wasn't so much.
No, but now he's kind of glorifying Mahaprabhu, right?
No, but I think Brahmananda was already a Vaishnava. Sometimes the sannyas, like who you take sannyas from, it's not considered to be so important. So it may be that Brahmananda was always a Vaishnava, and for one reason or another, he took initiation in the Shankara line. But no, they were already known to each other before this meeting. That seems clear. Mahaprabhu already knows about him, and he already knows about Mahaprabhu. So I don't know if they had exactly like a relationship before, but they certainly knew of each other.
But I could understand Mahaprabhu's feeling about him wearing these.
Yeah. He was wearing it
externally, for some external.
Yeah, the way it's put there is that he feels he just did it out of pride. It's some external thing. But it's not that he had taken, it's like some custom, but it's not that he had really taken it to heart.
Right.
Now it's after 8. Okay, well, there's just a few more verses, then Brahmananda is going to explain about, actually. It sounds like he was a Mayavadi, but Mahaprabhu has changed his heart. So Mahaprabhu is saying that you are my guru, I'm your disciple, so therefore I accept what you say. Then Brahmananda countered these words, saying, this is not the cause of your defeat, there is another cause. Bhaktatai haratumi e tomar swabhav vado eka shunitumi apana prabhav. It is your natural characteristic to accept defeat at the hands of the devotee. Because this is the Lord's nature. He likes to accept defeat from his devotees. So he's turning it around and putting Mahaprabhu in the superior position again. There is also another glory of yours, which I ask you to hear attentively. Ajanma kodino mui nirakara dhyan tomadeki Krishna hoilo mora vidyaman. I have been meditating on the impersonal Brahman since my birth, but since I have seen you, I have fully experienced Krishna. So it seems like he was in the impersonal mentality. Krishna nam spore muke na bane netre Krishna tomake tadrupa deki hridoy satrishna. Brahmananda Bharati continued, since I have seen you, I have been feeling Lord Krishna's presence in my mind and have been seeing him before my eyes. I now want to chant the holy name of Krishna. Over and above this, within my heart, I consider you to be Krishna, and I am therefore very eager to serve you. Bilva Mangal Koilo Ch.Ch Dasha Panar Ihau Deki Se Dasha Hoilo Amar. Bilva Manga Thakur abandoned his impersonal realization for the realization of the personality of Godhead. I now see that my condition is similar to his, for it has already changed. Advaita Viti Patikeru Pashya Swananda Simhasana Labda Diksha Shatena Kenapi Vayam Hatena Dasi Krita Gopa Vadu Vitena. And this is a famous verse of Bilva Mangal Thakur. Although I was worshipped by those on the path of monism and initiated into self-realization through the yoga system, I have nonetheless been forcibly turned into a maidservant by some cunning boy who was always joking with the gopis. Prabhu kohe Krishna tomar gada prema hoye Jaha netra pore taha Shri Krishna sporai. Mahaprabhu replied, you have a deep ecstatic love for Krishna. Therefore, wherever you turn your eyes, you simply heighten your Krishna consciousness. Krishna manifests wherever you look because of your devotion. Bhattacharya kohe dohar susatya vachan Age jadi Krishna deno sakshatadashan. Sarvabhauma said, the statements of both of you are correct. Krishna gives direct audience through his mercy. Prema vina kabuna hai tar sakshatkar ihar kripate hoy dadashan ihar. Without having ecstatic love for Krishna, one cannot see him directly. Only through the eyes of love can one see the Lord. Therefore, through the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Brahmananda Bharati has acquired direct vision of the Lord. Prabhu kohe Vishnu Vishnu ki koho sarvabhauma ati stuti hoye nindar lakana. Mahaprabhu said, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, what are you saying? Lord Vishnu, save me. Such glorification is simply another form of blasphemy. Eta boli bharati de loya nija vasaila bharati gosai prabhu nikate lohila. After saying this, Mahaprabhu took Brahmananda Bharati with him to his residence. From that time on, Brahmananda Bharati remained with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramabhadra Charjar Bhagavanacharya Prabhu pode lohila duhe chadi sarvakarya. There's just a few more verses to the end of the chapter. Oh, that's just here. Later, Ramabhadra Acharya and Bhagavanacharya joined them, and giving up all other responsibilities, remained under Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shelter. Kashishwar Gosai Aila Arodine Saman Kodiya Prabhu Rakila Nijastane. The next day, Kashishwar Gosai also came and remained with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who received him with great respect. Prabhu Keloya Korana Ishwar Darashan Ageloka Bidasab Korini Vadan. Kashishwar used to usher Mahaprabhu into the Jagannath temple. He would precede the Lord into the crowd and keep the people from touching him. Jatanadanadi Ch.Ch Samudre Milai Aiche Mahaprabhu Bhakta Jahataha Hoi. As all the rivers flow into the sea, all the devotees throughout the country finally came to Mahaprabhu's shelter. Sobeasi milila Prabhu Shri Chadane Prabhu Kripa Kori Sabai Rakiloni Drastane. Since all the devotees came to him for shelter, Mahaprabhu showed them all mercy and kept them under his protection. Eto kohilo Prabhu Vaishnav Milan Iha Jai Shune Pai Chaitanya Charam. Thus I have described the meeting of all the Vaishnavas with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whoever hears this description ultimately attains shelter at his lotus feet. Shri Rupa Raghunath Padejaras Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishna Das. praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rup and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Krishna Das Kavi Vaishnava. Okay, stop there for today. Does someone want to chant? Whose turn is it? Maybe I'll chant it and sing. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinata Madana Mohana. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunatha. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha. Jai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana. Jaha Hoite Vignana Shabishta Purana. Jai Gosai Jar Muita Nadasa. Tansa Bada Pada Denu Mura Panchagrasa. Tajara Charana Sevi Bhakta Sane Basa. Janame More Abhilasha. Jai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilo Basa. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Kodila Prakasha. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majaya Mana. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Kodiyasha. Dinam Sankirtana Kore Narottama Dasa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Shri Bhakti Sundar Guru Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Lakshmi Shri Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Shri Guru Garanga Radha Giri Hari Ju Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai, all the world devotees Ki Jai, Shri Hari Nam Singh Ki Jai, 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 Jai,